Still the same. Shoot me again.
Those shots wound up striking Rohan Levy, 15-year-old boy, and killing him, and striking one of his friends that he was with. He was the victim of mistaken identity. You see, these gang members thought that he was a rival gang member that they believed was a guy named Sleepy Hallow, and they were shooting at him.
Sleep back, fresh out. Come on, you got to turn up one time.
Hey yo, squad, what's the drill? Back with another video, man. Brooklyn drill has become an epidemic that had the music industry in a chokehold with the late legend Pop Smoke. Now that he's gone, there comes the rise of another to evolve the Brooklyn sound, straight from the shadows where he haunted his ops. The nightmare Sleepy Hallow, a savage who when he gets shot, he tells the ops to shoot him again. He went from upping the heat in the streets to dropping the heat on the beat. But it turns out industry fame may not be enough to hold back his ways from the trenches, and it may have cost him his freedom. This is a deep dive into the life of the Brooklyn nightmare Sleepy Hallow. So without further ado, let's skip the play and get down to business. Born in the Caribbean in the island of Jamaica, Tegan Joshua Anthony Chambers, also known as Sleepy Hallow, moved to the U.S. with his family to pursue a better life. The area they chose to call their new home was known for its Caribbean influence, Flatbush. Sleepy Hallow as a youngin' had hoop dreams, but in order to play, his grades had to be A1. Sleepy couldn't get them to where they needed to be though, so basketball became a thing of the past. Ball was a rap, but soon another passion caught Sleepy's interest, hip-hop. From an early age, around 11, he was already exploring all kinds of music. Since then, it's just like he knew he wanted to be a rapper. But I wonder if he knew he was going to be as big as he is now. Sleepy, even though he was so young, was dissecting bars and studying the craft to a T. Alright, so bet. He found the path he wanted to follow, but getting there would take a couple of detours and nearly never happened with the lifestyle he got caught up in. Flatbush molded Sleepy as a youngin', and when he linked with another young Sav, the duo could not be stopped. The dude he linked up with was
Chef G. Hey, free Chef G, for real.
Chef G, but their brotherly friendship didn't start off on the right foot. Back then, Chef G was putting paws on dudes in different schools. Bro was torn, but on a different level. Turns out, he spotted Sleepy Hallow, and that was his next target to give a concussion. But Sleepy wasn't the one. He stood on business when Chef and about 50 goons was taunting him, and that made Chef realize that homie was on the same type of time.
Wait, bro, he said it was like 50 of us, and he's by himself walking around the block, and he started screaming at him. Started turning around, so I was like, yo, wait. Wow, that's the story. I never knew the story of how they linked. Okay.
He was on. From then on, they were like best friends, ushering in a new era for the trenches of their generation.
Like fake, like we didn't each other.
For real?
Like as we was young, like we was kids, and then his name and my name would always come up as like the two niggas that's supposed to fight.
The two was a problem, and they couldn't be stopped. Sleepy Hallow fell deeper and deeper into the hands of the trenches, growing closer to becoming a thoroughbred in the streets. By age 15, he would start being affected by the legal side of things when he was hemmed up for some Mary Jane and spent about 3 weeks in juvie. It's wishful thinking to hope that bro would have learned his lesson. Before a kid like Sleepy, he just became more thuggish. He went even further down the rabbit hole, becoming affiliated with the Crips that he shouts out in his songs. Whether in the studio or the streets, Sleepy moved with a couple of Crips around him in the squad. Sleepy Hallow and Chef G continued applying pressure in the streets and dropping music. The first song they worked on together and realized they clicked on the beat was their old SoundCloud track, Nightmare. One of their mans got a studio session and told them to slide through. That's when they realized that their first official track for them racks, the energy and the vibe was crazy, and their homie pushed them to stay focused on rap.
One time, some nigga hit us up like, yo, we got a studio. You feel me? And we went over there and recorded the track. We recorded it. I just like sent it to all my mans and shit for me. We always bumping. And niggas like, yo, you should really start rapping like that ass. And then we just did it. Started rapping. I said we put the first song on for the racks.
Sleepy and Chef lived the same struggles, experienced the same heat in the streets, So the vibe was just authentic, and they capitalized off that, telling their story on wax. At that time, they were on the drill wave, gritty, aggressive, coming for their Opps tops. You can hear the gang influence in Sleepy Hollow's bars on the song Disrespect. It was so early in their career that Sleepy was using another name. Around that time, Sleepy and Chef were trying to build their music career. Many didn't know that they were really out here grinding. Between 2017 and 2018, they were down bad. Sleepy Hallow was at his lowest. They were going nowhere, just trying to make it some way, somehow. Dudes were to the point where they were sleeping in the car, but no matter if they were trapping to make it out, they knew they wanted something bigger in life, and they always ended the night putting in work at the studio. Sleepy and Chef were brothers for real. They kept it G, and they was never leaving each other behind. But what made things worse is that Sleepy Hallow wasn't out of the streets. He was still thugging it, and he was a wild dude. Bro was running down on Opps allegedly if they was mouthing off online, but the Opps was tucking tail and using their shorties as shields.
Niggas just throwing in front of them. Niggas bro. Stop it, bro. Stop it. You don't. Oh God, it's really old guy. Come on, it's really old guy. Niggas just throwing in front of them trying to get low.
Sleepy was a humble dude, but he was ready to catch a body at any given time if dudes were acting like they was bout it. His name was known for getting active.
Come on, ran down, spitting, slapping, popping out, booming at niggas. What's wrong with y'all niggas, bro?
Sleepy didn't care. He was proudly disrespecting his rivals, and he was standing on it. Something that could go very wrong if he was ever caught lacking.
If you're dropping my shit, make sure you come on. If you drop a movie, make sure you do it for a reason. I drop cause I bang on niggas. What you talking about?
Allegedly, that's exactly what happened in February 2017 when the Opps pulled up, hopped out the whip, and aired everything out. Luckily, Sleepy Hallow was shot, but not murked. But a 15-year-old youth by the name of Rohan Levy was hit in the head and passed away, while his friend was also hit but survived.
Those shots wound up striking Rohan Levy, 15-year-old boy, and killing him and striking one of his friends that he was with.
R.I.P. to Rohan, man.
Alright,
Police officers would host a conference and an indictment about 2 years later with the arrest and multiple gang members, and stated that the shooters took the boy for an op named Sleepy Hallow, which leaves the question, was Sleepy actually there and got shot? Or was the boy alone mistaken for Sleepy and got shot? But looking closer at the news, check this out. It said one of the slain teen's friends was hit in the leg, but the friend was unidentified. The only information they got was that he was 18 years old. Around that time, Sleepy Hallow would have been around 17 or 18. So what if the person who got shot in their leg was Sleepy Hallow, but he simply told the cops they mistook his friend for Sleepy Hallow? Remember, at the time, Sleepy wasn't big in the music game as of yet, so the cops wouldn't be able to point him out. That's just the theory of mine. It is what it is. Either way, for them to specifically name Sleepy Hallow as the target says a lot, because how did they know to make that connection?
You see, these gang members thought that he was a rival gang member that they believed was a guy named Sleepy Hallow, and they were shooting at him.
But check the next thing out. Sleepy Hallow will confirm he was shot. Later in him and Chef G's viral 2019 track Flows. In a genius lyric breakdown, here's what Sleepy Hallow had to say about the lyrics.
Bad ways, I got shot, I ain't just manned up. Most niggas just go through shit like that, and it's just, they go living a whole nother life, you know?
Sleepy got hit, but bro was still standing 10 toes down. But something had to give, because that's no way to live. He was trying to make it out the hood, not lose his life there. Him and Chef got to the point where they was building a buzz and caught the attention of a former NFL player, Junior Gillette. Opportunity was knocking. Gillette owned a record label, New Law Entertainment, and he signed them to the label for a period of 1 year before they left to do their own thing. By now, their drill sound had placed them in the spotlight, but Sleepy Hallow and Chef never considered themselves just drill artists, but wanted to make music, good music, global music. Sleepy Hallow would channel a different vibe, easing off of the gritty drill sound and bringing a more melodic, smooth style. He kept the authentic street experiences, but it felt like he just had to transition into the international sound he always wanted to make. You can hear the trendy vibe in the tracks like Deep In, 2055, and Two Sauce. Somewhere in the mix with all of that growing success, Sleepy Hallow ended up in the hospital for surgery. No idea what it was for, but it didn't seem serious because bro went on live when he woke up and was high as a kite off that anesthesia. Bro was a one-man comic stand at that point.
Laura's ignoring me at this point.
Are you on the phone?
No, I'm not on the phone, Laura. Why would I be on the phone in the hospital? Yo. Listen, though. This is what I'm trying to tell everybody. Right? You run up. You get done up.
Sleepy Hallow was having fun in life, finally. With Sleepy and Chef finding that global voice, they decided to take it to the next step and inked a deal with Ellie Frost to partner with industry giant RCA Records to launch their own label, Winner Circle Entertainment. Sleepy and Chef were now bosses. While other rappers was getting signed, they signed themselves to their own label, maximizing profits. Sleepy Hallow and them were up and flossing, racked up, stacked up, pulling up to the lot with the team copping new Benz's cash. They finally did it. Still, they wasn't done leveling up. Sleepy and them went on to buy their own studio, ready to trick it out with different rooms and turn it into their official recording spot, while still with ambitions to take their label to the big leagues. Sadly, on their way to the top, they were met with some setbacks. Chef G got hemmed up by the law and was sentenced to 2 years after pleading guilty to criminal possession of a weapon in November 2021. Sleepy Hallow had to hold down
Hey, free Chef G.
fort without his best friend. When it rains, it pours. Next thing we know, around June 2022, not long after filming the music video for his track with Fredo Bang, No Love, Sleepy Hallow shared an IG story saying, "Free me."
When I went out there and shot the video, he gave me solid vibes, so you know what I'm saying. I think he locked up right now too, free Sleepy.
Ellie Frost, his label partner, posted shouting out "Free the guys," confirming Sleepy was picked up. A vid was soon surfaced online that may have been why he got locked up. The vid shows Sleepy wilding in a restaurant, throwing chairs and everything in a brawl with his entourage and the employees. A tweet from what appears to be a friend of one of the people that was allegedly assaulted shared text messages stating what allegedly happened. According to them, Sleepy and his crew pulled up demanding their meals fast because they was the richest people there. The text shared also stated that cops pulled up and arrested Sleepy. Court documents will be revealed showing that he was locked up on June 2nd, 2022, which also exposed that he was also found guilty on the 1st of February 2022 and being sentenced for a criminal possession of a weapon according to the document. Vlad TV also confirmed the weapons charge sentence.
June 24, 2022, he got sentenced to 7 months on a weapon charge.
Oh, okay. He should be coming home then.
He's supposed to be released February 13th, which is like a few weeks from now.
Right.
The release date was set to be the 13th of February 2023, which turned out to be the true case because around that time Sleepy was set free.
Sleep back, fresh out. Come on, you about to turn up one time.
Chef G is supposed to be home soon too, so the Dream Team will be back together again to dominate the game. To date, Sleepy Hallow has a catalog of bangers through his projects Don't Sleep, Sleepy for President, Black House, Still Sleep, and Still Sleep Deluxe. All he has to do now is try to stay out of trouble so the world can be his playground.
Facts. Just stay out the mix, bro, and just keep dropping your music, and he gonna be at the top.
Through things that made his heart turn cold.
The reason I say my heart cold is like shit I've been through. I got the ability to like put my feelings on freeze type shit. For me, for certain situations, where I got to like a defense mechanism.
But he thugged it out, and now his online following went from 45K on IG in 2019 to now nearing 1 mil in 2023. So there you have it. As always, stay smart, stay alert, and stay real. I'm out, y'all.